not gonna lie. After I heard the Remy Ma diss track, I was ready to fight old girl myself. I was ready to fight. I said, girl, Remy brought New York out for real. Oh my gosh, look, I am a Remy fan, okay? But I'm also a Clarissa fan, right? I don't decipher who I like according to like their beef or what's going on, because you never know the story that's behind everything, right? We know what they tell us, but we don't know who's lying, who's telling the truth, who's being honest. I don't care about that, right? But these are two phenomenal women and they're good at what they do. Clearly, right? Shields will get in the ring, knock them out for real, right? But you see what Remy did in the booth, right? And this whole thing, and everybody knows pretty much, you should know what's going on with Clarissa Shields and Remy Ma, but the whole dynamic of everything had me thinking that, does a girl code really exist? Does a girl code really exist? What do I mean by that? What I mean is the respect around how we handle each other as Black women, right? How we nurture relationships, how we respect relationships, how we set examples, and it's no knock to anybody, right? Because where you are in your life, whether it be emotional or your maturity level or financially, wherever you're at in your life, it may not look how it looks after a year or 2 or 3 years. Like, you change, you evolve. So when Clarissa got with Pat Poose, right, was she really thinking that she was stepping on Remy's toes? If he's telling her, this is over with, or whatever he told her, but if I know that you're still legally married or attached to somebody, is there really a code around that to not, engage in a relationship or a situationship or any type of shit if this person is still legally tied, and especially if they are publicly known, right? Is there really a girl code? Because I come from a blended family, and I can't help but to think how amazing it would have been if this all played out differently, right? If we were talking about, in a perfect world, if we were talking about 3 healed people, 3 mature people, whatever went on in that marriage, for them to close that chapter or not close it, whatever was going to transpire. But if he wanted to move on, let's close this chapter properly first, right? As a Black man protecting us, let's close this chapter properly first before I move forward, right? Or let's say on the flip side, Clarissa knows what's going on and she was in Remy Ma DM, like everybody know who Remy Ma is. But how about, you know what, let me step back. No matter how much this man is on me right now, no matter how much attention he give me, no matter that smile that he give me, that cologne, girl, I know the triggers. But how about, you know what, I'm going to fall back until that door is all the way closed, right? That's the code, the girl code. Does that really exist? And it's hard because everyone grew up differently. Everyone had different role models, and this is why we're in this big mixing pot of a world that we live in with evil people. Like, we know evil people exist. People with bad intentions exist. We know this is the type of stuff that sells. This is the type of stuff that distract us. But the real question is, can we really evolve into a life or a situation or a time where we can really honor a girl code? Have respect not only for ourselves, but for each other, just on the strength of being a woman, right? I understand that they could have had a banging co-parenting situation, right? They could have had a banging co-parenting situation and been the example, not for just us, but, for the young ones that's around them, their children, nieces, nephews, cousin. You know what I mean? Like, they have a voice. And people are really feeding into the wrong narratives, and we keep the narrative going because it's drama. But can that really exist? Can a real true girl code, that respect line, can that really exist without us crossing those boundaries, right? And this is why, like, I am super intentional about 2026 being my year of collaboration. And I say it because I used to be that woman that would see another woman doing what I do and automatically see her as my competition, automatically feel away, or automatically gotta outshine her, right? I used to be her. And it wasn't until I really got on my faith walk and understand how God really created us, how he really created us to build the community. Because whatever you're doing, whatever you're building, whatever goal you have, whatever job you have, you can't do it alone, right? We can't help moms come out of poverty. We can't teach moms how to mother better. We can't teach moms how to love themselves better. We can't be an example as if deep down inside, we're still in competition with each other. I broke down that wall years ago. And this is why I built the platform that I built, right? And I'm very intentional about really spreading the awareness of collaboration over competition, right? This is why I put together the Mompreneur Network Council for the Mastery Mompreneur Summit, which is being held in August, this August of 2026. Why? Because I need the leaders of all of these communities, all the communities that where we have the same mission, right? We have the same initiative. We want the same for all moms. And I understand the fact that everyone is not assigned to my voice. And I need for people to resonate with other voices. Because who I may not reach or who I may not touch or impact, I want to be able to have someone there, someone on that panel, someone in that room that resonates with another mom who needs help and who needs saving, right? And I'm aware that everyone's not assigned to my voice. So God said, you have to collaborate. So I put together the council, and the council will be the driving force of the panel. Every mom that comes into that space, into the summit, will see someone there that's a reflection of her, right? You're not going to leave the summit still down and not feeling empowered. You're not going to leave the summit empty, right? You're not going to leave the summit without a plan, without an intentional plan, right? You're not going to leave without a connection or a network, even if it's not Mastery Mompreneurs, right? Because I have come to know so many mom leaders, mom influencers, right? And they're all dope. They have their communities. Some are focusing on finance. Some are focusing on fitness. Some are focusing on postpartum, like everything that we go through as a mom. And I love the fact that there's so many Black and brown women that are willing to step up to their assignment and carry out this mission. That is what Mastery Mompreneurs are about. We are all mompreneurs, right? We are all mompreneurs, but that is what this is about. But I want you to reflect on that, like where you are right now as a woman, as a mom. Number one, do you honor the unspoken girl code of how we handle each other, right? Even if you say, or you come across a mom who doesn't, right? If you come across a mom who does not know, who is not aware, do you believe you have a responsibility to pour into her, right? Because, man, like, oh my gosh, I walk around smiling and I speak to everybody, but you will never know how many people in Walmart, in Publix, in the mall, like I speak to anybody. Anywhere I am talking to somebody because they're stopping me and they're asking me, how are you able to maintain so much positivity? Girl, I see the God in you. Like, thank you for that. Literally, this is what people say to me as I'm talking to them, as I'm just complimenting them. One lady said, thank you for that compliment. I had an extremely bad day. I just lost my house. I don't know what I'm going to do. My kids are coming home from school. They don't know that I lost my house. And I complimented her. And she opened up. We walk around so many people that's carrying so much. And it's not to say that we don't carry a lot. I carry a lot. But I also lean on the circles that I know I can trust in and I can confide in and they can pour back into me, right? So I have a due diligence to not harbor that, not hold that in. I have to be that living example. Because you never know when someone is this close from jumping off the ledge. And just by you being positive and by you handling them with care and by you taking a moment to think before we react or respond, right? Even if we feel, oh, she deserved it, somebody needed it. Who am I to say what this woman deserves? Who am I to say what Clarissa deserves for messing with a married man? I'm not God, right? I don't know what traumas Clarissa been through. I don't know what she's been taught, what habits she need to break, right? I just pray for women like that because, baby, you got to see it one day. You have to see it one day. Who's to say that Remy deserves the worst because allegedly she stepped out on her marriage or whatever the case is? Not us. Not us, but we take on this God-like ability to judge people. God didn't give us that. He gave us the gift to create. We are supposed to be creating. We are supposed to be bringing the vision that he give us to life, to make our lives better, to make our families better, to make his kingdom better because we'll provide opportunities, right? We'll provide opportunities and we're bringing people closer to him because we're helping to restore faith, right? That's what he gave us the gift of, but we try to latch on to the wrong gift and judge people. No, not this year. Not this year. This year, let's break that momentum. Let's break that stipulation that black women don't get along. Black women can't get along. Backstabbing, Be okay, be comfortable with admitting to yourself that you got some evil ways. You've been letting the devil play with you. You've been letting him use you to work. You've been allowing that. Be mature enough to hold up that mirror because it's never too late to turn back. Our own experiences and our own insecurities have us projecting on everybody else of what they may think, because we'll think that way, because we are that way, and in the back of our mind, we think that somebody's talking about us, and they very well may be, but if we don't know that to be true just yet, why are we creating so many scenarios in our head? We have to condition ourselves to do that, and in a perfect world, it can happen, right? But in my world, it is happening. In my world, it is happening. And I want to invite you all into my world. If you are a leader of a mom community, apply to be a part of the council. Apply to be a part of the council so you can sit on the panel at the summit this year in August. Apply. I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. But apply, right? Let's collaborate. Let's have that real conversation. Because not only will you gain the visibility that you need, right? The reach is there. Who's to say that it's some people that's sitting in my audience right now that Tammy can't really get to, but the moment I bring in this mom, something clicks for her. It's a win for all of us. Why? Because she's winning now, and she see how we were able to be that example to collaborate. And now, can you imagine when she's supposed to start, the impact that she gonna make, baby. We have got to get it together, but it always starts with us and being honest with ourselves, reflecting on what we don't like about what we're doing, right? And having the strength to know that through God, all things are possible, okay? If you truly want to change, you will change. Start getting into your word more. Start seeking him more, okay? Allow people to see the God in you. Allow them to see the God in you. And start creating that vision that he gave you. Every mom, in my opinion, should have a book out. Every mom should write at least one book. A book is a surefire way to generate more income off the rip. Even if you don't start a full-fledged business, that will turn into your business without you even knowing it. right? Sharing your testimony, sharing your story. Okay, and if you have a business, still share your testimony, still share your story. Why? Because that's what's going to pull the people to you. Pull the people who is assigned to your voice, whether they're a woman or not, whoever you're supposed to serve, right? We have to understand how to connect our purpose with our profits. Okay? Let's get it done. But yes, I'm ranting a little bit today, but you know, that diss track had me thinking, like, I mean, I listened to the whole thing. You know, I chuckled through it, but I was clutching a little bit, like, she really said that. The lines she was dropping, I'm like, well, damn, like, we doing all this to break each other down. And I know it's a back and forth thing. I don't care who started it, but who's going to be the biggest person to stop it? Who's going to be the biggest person to invite the other to a table? And let's have a real conversation. How can we unite this? How can we forgive and move past this? Because it ain't going away. Let's find out what the real problem is and address that. Let's do that. But y'all have an amazing, wonderful day. And again, if you're a leader of a mom community, I invite you to apply for the Network Council. We are doing some amazing things, and your voice have to be in that room. If you are a mompreneur, you must be at the Mompreneur Summit, the Mastery Mompreneur Summit, this August in Atlanta, Georgia. Tickets are on sale right now. General admission tickets and VIP tickets are early bird prices right now. And if you join the Mastery Mompreneur community at $169 for the annual price, if you join in the month of April, you get a free complimentary ticket, general admission. Jacked up my words, y'all. But you get a general admission ticket complimentary of becoming a member of the community. We officially launched this community in May. I did a pre-launch in January where I was able to, help and learn from a small group of women of how I wanted this community to go and grow. And now we are at the official launch. So we will be officially opening the doors to this community. So I invite you in. Get your membership. We do have some 3-day trials, but if you join at the annual level, you'll get your ticket to the summit for free. You're coming to the summit. You're going to hear these speakers. You're going to get poured into. You're going to learn how to align your purpose with your profit. You're going to learn how to build the vision God gave you so you can start generating more income. Because I know it's hard. I know it's hard if you're a single mom, if you're a married mom. Times are hard. But I promise you, life does get a little bit easier once you start stewarding everything that he gives you correctly. And that's what we're here for. But y'all, crowns on, chin up. You have a good day. Rock the rest of your week.